G'day folks, it's Patrick here from Aslan, and I'm so excited to introduce a very special person.
And friends.
Thank you very much. That's what I meant. Now, I'd like to say that this person is the most energetic person I've ever met personally. And that's coming from a person who is considered to be the most energetic person. So she tops me big time. And I'm honored to be here today, to be having this chat with you.
Thank you.
And to show everybody here, all Aslan fans, what a great place this is, what a great company you have built. I mean, I'm very proud of it, and I'm very proud of you. And I'd like to get to know you a little better. So I guess the first question that I have to ask, where do you get all this energy? What do you do? What do you eat?
From the world. We're surrounded by the most incredible entrepreneurs.
Right.
So Academy of Entrepreneurs was built by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs.
Right.
So we just get energized by everyone's incredible entrepreneurial journey and experiences. Right. And then we get even more energy from future entrepreneurs talking about their dreams.
Right.
So yes, that's where we get our energy. Plus, lots of coffee and chocolates. that keeps us alive.
That works most of the times, right? Okay. Now, it strikes me. You said this is Academy of Entrepreneurs, and I've always thought, entrepreneurship cannot be taught. Up to the point when I met you, I kind of changed my mind. But how do you teach somebody to be an entrepreneur? How do you go about doing that?
We believe that absolutely in the world, everyone in the world is born an entrepreneur. So if you look at children, they're very creative. They sing, they play, they dance, they draw, they play sport, they're happy. And then society comes and tells them to be quiet, not draw on the wall, not play loud instruments, not jump, do not dance. And then all of the entrepreneurship gets sucked out of them. They get put into boxes and systems, and then you see the older they get, the less creative, the less entrepreneurial, and less happy they become. So what we do at Academy of Entrepreneurs is the first experience that they have when they come to us is they do, it's called a strength finder test. So we go to them, and within 45 minutes of a test, every 15 seconds they get asked a question, and the system has an algorithm that doesn't let you lie because you have to answer very quickly. And then after 45 minutes, we're able to identify the top 5 strengths. So they're already start in a positive way. So we don't tell them you should be good at this, these are the industries you should be going, these are the top 5 things you're amazing at. And from there, we start the journey of like, okay, what are the moments in life you've achieved the most? When did you feel the greatest? When did you feel you progressed very fast without even realizing you were what we call in the entrepreneurial world, in the flow? And then from those experiences and the strength, we start understanding what the true passions are. And we connect all of that, and we help them pick the biggest opportunities within the market based on the experience and the strength.
From your experience, you see that the students are coming to you and they want to study with you. Do they have that passion, or is it your strategy to get them to be passionate about what they're doing? I mean, is that inherent in them as personalities?
I mean, we work at the moment. We've got 26 nationalities, so different countries communicate passion in a different way. But more than passion, what they do have is leadership. So some of them already have leading positions and leading businesses. Others know they're at the time and ready to be a leader. So some of the international students have been in Australia for a while, and they're surfing, getting to know Australia, and they get to stage just like, now it's my time. So more than just passion is very important, but they have the leadership, that fire in them that now I'm going to do something to make the world a better place. Now I am ready to get my energy, my potential out there.
What, in your opinion, what is the major difference between your courses and another college's courses, another college that teaches business courses or entrepreneurship?
First of all, we don't like to be thought of as a college or teaching courses. We like to think of ourselves as a movement created by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs. So what we've done is we've broken all of the traditional way of we disrupted the whole system altogether. So after we've identified their strengths and we understand what business they're going to go into, the subjects have been perfectly positioned in a holistic flow that builds them from understanding who they are to testing their ideas into the market, having the right administrative legal foundation, all the way to scaling and pitching to investors. And throughout this journey, for every single one of the subjects, we give the students a corporate challenge, which means we go to a multinational and they share with us confidential problems that they have and they can't solve. And in most cases, they've been spending millions of dollars on a yearly basis to solve those problems. But our students, being from a range of different countries and different cities and backgrounds, religious, even buying powers, they can analyze from different perspectives and have a lot more entrepreneurial ideas and solutions because they're not limited to the industry, they don't know the regulations, they don't have a boss, they're not limited to a budget.
Right.
And then the students throughout every single one of the subjects, they get to understand clients from different industries, so they understand the needs and the differences, how we can work together.
Right.
They can pitch innovative ideas, and what we have is we don't have any books for them to go and read. They have to go and conduct market research, make people read blogs.
Right.
Because every time we have a problem in the real world, you don't go to a library to solve your problem.
Of course not.
So this is what we do, and then we encourage them, we give them the tools to go and find the answer for the problems. And we don't have teachers, we have successful entrepreneurs from different industries. So everyone that teaches at Academy of Entrepreneurs
Right.
has businesses in over 5 industries.
That's fantastic. So what is the biggest challenge? You know, you find a lot of people coming from overseas. Obviously, there's a cultural barrier, there's a linguistic barrier. What is the most significant barrier that you think there is obstructing their progress or standing there in a way for them to achieve what they want to achieve? Education.
They're traumatized. They've only had really bad teachers.
Right.
Who've only read books, and they had to rewrite the books, paraphrase it, go to libraries, do tests that made no sense, it wasn't applicable.
Right.
Then they struggle to find even an unpaid internship. So when you tell them that you're going to make them successful throughout a course, throughout this entrepreneurial movement, they initially don't believe.
Right. If I were a student, right, and if I were studying with you, getting trained, it's not study, it's training really. It's reprogramming your brain to function in a certain way from what I understood. What do you take away, I mean, practically and realistically, because there are time limitations, obviously, what do they take away from that? The main thing, what do they take away from it?
The network. The community that they become a part of from day one. Yes, it's all. It's not about what you know; it's who you know. Because if you make a few phone calls and all of your problems are solved, you've got the right connections. So that's the most important part that they get out of the course. Because we've got award-winning entrepreneurs coming into the college every week. They're part of a community of future leaders that are going to support the growth, and it's very beautiful. All of our students are social entrepreneurs.
Right.
So more about them than just their business. They want to understand what their colleagues are doing so that they can help each other.
Right.
And we've seen some really interesting partnership coming out of it, but like from the most disruptive, completely different industry. So it's not just the photographer helping the dentist that's helping the bakery. You see them working in a way and referring friends and contacts, and it's just so beautiful. So yes, definitely the most powerful thing that we have is the network from the entrepreneurs that are mentoring them, the entrepreneurs that come in to run the activities every single week, but also the network combines these. We're literally building the future leaders of the world, and we're the first incubator and accelerator in the world that is accredited by the Department of Education, which is unheard of, and the Department of Immigration. So we can get students from overseas to come, and we hold the visa throughout this journey for 2 years. So we're going to make them successful, but they're not forced to study anything else, and they get an accreditation. Not that the accreditation matters that much, because they're going to be so successful that no one's going to ask them.
True.
Like, how much did you get?
It's a minor detail. That piece of paper, it's a minor detail.
It's all about lifelong learning.
Right.
And having the right community to support you for the long term. Yeah,
true.
Yeah. Well, look, I gotta tell you, I've been in the educational industry for
10, 11 years right now, and I've seen a lot of colleges and educational institutions, but
that should be illegal. What's out there?
Exactly.
We're
the problem, that's what I was going to say. The problem is, they have a lot of students that are not here for education. They have no interest in getting educated. They are here for visas. And to get that meaningless piece of paper, in my opinion, it doesn't really make any difference in your life. What you're doing here is very special, because this is about what you are passionate about, what your vision is, what you want to make, what difference you want to make in the world, and you're helping them do that. You're helping them explore themselves, getting to know their strengths and weaknesses, and that's enormous. That's fundamental. That's tremendously important, I gotta say. So that's why I was very keen on meeting you today and having a chat with you, because you're special. You are special and doing something special, and I'm very honored to have had the opportunity to have that chat right now. It's been phenomenal, a remarkable experience.
Thank
you very much.
Being here, and we hope to see you all soon and hear from you and have you in Australia so you can change the world with us.
I hope so.
Well, isn't this comfy or what? I'm loving this place right there. I'm loving it, okay? But I'm here with a student of AE, and I'd like to ask your name first. What's your name?
Carolina.
Carolina. I love the accent. Where are you from?
Colombia.
Colombia. That explains it. Okay. Now, can you tell me
What's your experience been like at AE? Tell me about your experience as a student.
Okay, well, I've only been here one term, but it's been very energetic and empowering for sure. It's very, very, very different for all the courses I've ever done.
Right. How is that different? Can you tell us a bit more about it?
Mainly the classes, like you're so used to going to school and reading the book, and then you have assessments based on the book, and that's it. You finish the assessment, you pass the assessment, and you're done. But in here it's not like that. It's more like the assessment is the last thing on your mind, because you're doing so many different things and you're learning so much about yourself, about everything, that is just incredible. You never stop learning.
Right. Can you give me an example of an entrepreneurial skill that you picked up here at AE?
I would say networking, because in class we're all in the same mindset, so you never know who's gonna be there to help you. So you will always have to be prepared to talk about your business, and the person right next to you could be helping you with marketing or could be investing in your business. You never know. The sky's the limit for sure.
If you were to tell me about a challenge that you're facing as a student, not necessarily in, obviously not negative way, in a positive way, what would that challenge be, and how are you going about fixing it, or how is AE helping you to fix that problem?
Biggest challenge for me is to get out of my comfort zone again. You can't be lazy. If you want to be entrepreneurs, you have to work hard every day, every time. You have to think entrepreneurs, and this is the biggest challenge, I think, for everyone, because everyone is born with skills or whatever, like passion. But if you mix everything, if you mix your passion, your skill, and your work, that can bring you to success, but only if you build everything together and if you are surrounded by the right person. And this is the things at A. We have the right persons behind the desk, but around us as well, because every student is an entrepreneur.
Right.
So,
Right.
Yeah. We can find marketing, we can find photography, we can find design, we can find finance, everything. So this is the crazy thing.